tonight's win?
Yeah, proud of our guys, the way they played, followed up tonight. It's always tough to win back-to-back and sweep in the NCHC, and proud of our guys, the way they battled back tonight, and it started with these two guys here bringing their A game again and, making an impact in our game.
Questions for the student athletes?
Owen, what was it like to have a game like that?
Yeah, no, it was fun to be a part of for sure. Kind of not a flat first period for us, but we had a lot more we could give, and I think we talked about it in the room and had a lot of intensity in the second and third, and really proud of our guys for that.
Take us through the first goal. It looked like it started with a back check that you won a puck on that and ended up getting the offensive zone. What'd you see from that whole play and that shift?
Yeah, I don't know. The puck was in the corner, and the ref was kind of setting the pick, and kind of just stepped in, and Sacha was in a good spot, so it's a pretty easy play, and he had a good finish on it. So,
Sacha, what was this weekend like for you to get a few to go at,
Yeah, it's definitely a fun weekend after being out on Saturday last weekend. I really realized that it's really grateful and to have the opportunity to play college hockey in front of all those fans and everything, and then I just really had the practice week going to this weekend, that mentality of just being really grateful to be out there, and then we had a great weekend, so that was fun.
When did you know you were going to be able to play?
I think it was Thursday. Practice with normal jersey on, and then came off Friday and played.
How'd you feel?
Felt great out there.
What happened on some of your goals? It looked like a couple of them were nice feeds, and then the one timer on the power play.
Yeah, definitely nice feed. Just finding myself in a good spot and be able to receive the puck, and just great pass, great players, and then just put the puck back in net.
What is the second period like when things just keep going in over and over, and the building's kind of going like that?
It's definitely fun, just everyone going crazy in the stands and everyone being happy on the bench. It's definitely a good environment to be a part of.
Oh, and same for you. What was that like in the second period?
yeah, like Sacha said, it was a lot of fun to be out there, and everyone was playing well and playing intense, and the crowd was into it, so it was definitely a fun period.
Thoughts on TJ's? Again, it seemed like he had a pretty good game for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, he played great. He made all the saves he needed to save, and he's been playing great for a few games in a row now, and we have a lot of faith in him, and we know he's going to keep bringing it every night. So,
how did the power play break through tonight? Were you guys doing something, any part of that game that you thought was really good?
I think we kind of talked about it before. I think it's that intensity thing and making sure we're working harder than the penalty kill, and I think we did a good job of that tonight. And staying focused and not taking it for granted that you have an extra guy, and just making simple plays and trusting each other.
Sacha, do you feel like you guys have some momentum going right now as a team?
Yeah, definitely. After beating Denver last weekend and then sweeping this weekend, it's definitely we definitely got momentum going, and we're gonna have a great week of practice, and then hopefully get the sweep next weekend when it gets busted.
Anything else for the student athletes? Perfect. Thanks, everybody.
Good job, fellas. Real good. Yeah.
Questions for Coach Barry?
Your thoughts on Owen's night tonight?
Yeah, you know what? He's been coming here the last few weeks here, his game. I think he's a guy that has a lot of pride, and, it wasn't coming easy for him, I think, in the first half and even part of the second half here. But I think just the realization on how he needs to play a consistent game. And what I notice about Owen is the pace of his game. Like, we always know he has God-given ability to make plays and be an offensive player, but his pace of his game has really increased. And, even on puck battles and winning puck battles, going in there trying to get the puck back. And, he's playing with two good players in Cameron Berg and Dylan James, who, they play a North game, but, Owen's playing that game as well, and they kind of complement each other on that line. But I got to hand it to him because, it wasn't coming easy for him, and, he's got to continue to do that, but pace of his game has really increased.
How about Sacha? He had scored the overtime goal at ASU, but goals weren't coming easy for him either in the second half.
Yeah, you know what? And again, when he didn't play on Saturday in Denver, he came and he just said, hey, I wasn't feeling right on Friday because, to be quite honest, it was, that wasn't a typical Sacha game Friday in Denver, as well as some other guys. But, got reevaluated, sat out on Saturday because he was nicked up there a little bit. And then we went through practice. And he was on his own for a couple of days. He wore a red jersey and a no-contact jersey on Wednesday and progressed to go on Thursday practice, full compete and full battle. And he was good. And what I was most proud of, I put him on a line with a couple other freshmen, and he took charge. Like, that's tough, right? You know, at the end of the day, you're playing against a NCHC foe, a good team, and I thought that line, and especially him, he was outstanding yesterday, and it just shows his compete factor. Like, he's got unreal skill, but he's got a heart of a lion, and he's got so much compete in him. And then he followed up again tonight here. So again, like I said, he's got to keep moving forward on that side, but you can see that young man growing each and every day here.
What happened for you guys on the power play, especially on that major?
Well, these guys, I think they're pretty humble in what they talked about outworking teams on 5-on-4. But what I see from the bench, the puck, there's a purpose now, like as far as moving pucks quicker. Like, they're not hanging on to pucks, they're moving pucks quick, and then there's a shot mentality going on too. And you saw Cameron Berg and Sacha score a couple on the power play tonight, and then you even saw Jake Livanovich, and we haven't scored too many middle top goals on the power play. Well, now we're starting to be a shooting threat, and I think that all goes into it, simplifying it, moving the puck quick, and having a shooting mentality.
And it seemed like they obviously weren't satisfied with just one. They just kept going over and over there.
Well, you know what, Brad, we talk about that all the time. You know what, when you score the first goal of the game, or and then you don't wait around what the other team is doing. You want to try to get the next one. And I was proud of our guys when we got a couple goals. We want the next one. We want the next one. And part of that, too, is trying to play the right way, of always having a good F3 in the offensive zone, having track backs or a deacon stand, like playing all the principles of the game where we're playing with responsibility, but yet we want to score that next goal.
And TJ held them off the scoreboard and let you guys kind of build that lead a little bit. What'd you think of?
Yeah, he had another solid game tonight. I know obviously shot total until the end didn't get up on him at all, but he had, like I said, he made some really key saves at key times. You can see, what he's doing. It's given our team a sense of strong confidence in the locker room here. Even though that if we get hemmed in a little bit or they get an outnumbered rush or whatever, we know that he's gonna. Great chance he's going to make that save now, and that's a big deal for us because when you have a goaltender that makes that save, it just exudes confidence in your group, and you want to keep playing here.
Kind of remind you how Zach Driscoll ended his season when he was here too, when he got hot in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? At the end of the day, when you come in for 1 year as a transfer, just like Zach too, is. You're learning the lay of the land, you're learning the league, you're doing different things, and then you get into a comfort zone, and part of that too is having pride in your game, and for example, I'm sure he wants to play on after this. He wants to play pro hockey, and I think it's one of those things that you want to win for your team and win a championship here, but you want to keep playing the game of hockey, and I think there's a lot of guys in our locker room that have that feeling.
And a rare game when you score 5 or 6 goals and not a 5-on-5 goal. 4-on-4, 4 power plays.
Well, we'll take that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the power play's been tough to come by, and we'd squeezing 5-on-5 goals out. But this is a night that at the end of the day, games are all different, and hopefully that's a sign of the things that come with our power play to make an impact in the game. Because we always talk about goaltending and special teams. You got to win that battle, and when your power play's clicking, it gives you a great chance.
Coach Barry, how do you, getting close to playoffs, you don't want to be in the penalty box all the time. And I saw a stat, you guys were taking almost 5 a game, tops in the NCHC. How do you limit penalties taken? How do you get the guys to stop taking those penalties, especially in offensive zone?
Yeah, well, again, it's about showing video, talking about it, having individual meetings with guys that maybe are repeat offenders on it. It's always a situation where you want to try to negate those, but at the end of the day, we got to do a better job. In other words, we got to do a better job of doing that. But to me, I think it's a situation of it's playoff hockey right now, and I think it's one of those things where you have to be disciplined, and if you don't, then you have to rely on your kill to try to get the kills. And I thought our penalty kill was really good this weekend. Obviously, they scored one at the very end, but I thought our kill was really good.